Very welcome everybody at the Palais des Sports de Tréville here in Côte d'Ivoire. This is a Group C fixture of the FIBA U18 AfroBasket, and indeed it will see our two teams from Group C who are still winless, Tunisia and Rwanda. Well, it's a must-win for both teams, of course, getting off to a tough start in the, I would say, probably one of the very toughest groups that does feature both Cameroon and Senegal. But the key thing today, one of these two teams will pick up their first win. We just saw the key players coming out from Rwanda. Like I said, this team has been led by the likes of Ramidie Bizimana Kaira, who has been averaging 14.5 points in his first 2 games. But you look at Tunisia, a lot of expectations are being held on this young group of players. Just to me, their leading scorer, of course, averaging 13 points per game, led then by Adem Rafadi. Down to the playmaking of Adem Rafadi, who's trying to become one of the very best backcourt players in this tournament. 4.5 rebounds, along with just 4 assists, but like I said, he indeed is their second leading scorer in this tournament. Both countries do come with their expectations, but so far here in the Côte d'Ivoire, it's one of them that's going to remain winless, while the other one will pick up that third crucial win. Well, fans, it's now the very best part of the day. We'll stand for the national anthems of both Tunisia and Rwanda to pay our respect and homage as we take a look at our 3 referees for tonight's game. Dubia Mohamed, Diab Yane, and Nuhu Samuel. National anthems of two beautiful countries have been sung. Now it's time for players and coaches to shake hands with each other and pay each other the homage, as now we're moments away from tip-off live here at the beautiful Côte d'Ivoire, as it is Rwanda taking on Tunisia. Well, we're going to take a look at the starting fives for both these two teams. It'll be very interesting to see how they do both come out tonight. Well, he knows he's got a talented team, head coach Aristide Mugabe. But I would just imagine tonight he is really going to have to, ensure that his players take full advantage of their very quick tempo, the high transition tempo that we've seen so far in both games against Rwanda and Cameroon. While for Tunisia, on the other hand, Anis Ben Haj knows full well it's got to be a bounce-back game for him. The expectations that do come with any Tunisian national team. I think both teams definitely, it's all about a learning curve for these young players. The next gen of hoops. Trying to make that bounce, well, that step over to the men's level. Who knows, maybe one day feature for either Tunisia or Rwanda at a FIBA Basketball World Cup or even a FIBA AfroBasket. Because if you are watching, make sure you follow Next Gen Hoops on all social media platforms. The #1 platform for youth basketball across the world of FIBA Hoops. I think we're going to take a look at Tunisia's starting five first, and there's a lot of talented players in this team. I think from what that we have so far, Planetier Kayira will be in the starting five along with the likes of Hugo Victor Ngabonziza. I believe as well we're going to have David Kazaneza as well, along with Mugisha Calvin. For Tunisia, Fedi Aled will be in their starting five, the likes with the #1 point guard Adem Rafrafri, as well as Yusuf Khalil and Isamedine Bilabi. Bilbabi, excuse me. Idris Toumi will be the final player. Now, he's also one of their leading scorers. So that we don't see the starting line head up first, those will be the starting five for both Rwanda and Tunisia. And fans, if you are watching this game live on FIBA's international YouTube platform, make sure you subscribe to FIBA on YouTube, and please give this live stream a like. This is the FIBA U18 Men's EuroBasket. We are live in the Côte d'Ivoire, the beautiful Côte d'Ivoire. A Group C fixture.
Open game. Par là, essayez de le prendre ici, power extension, au 5, essayez de rester là, le 4 là, directement fait, dès qu'il commence, tu mets un back screen et tu pars directement, kiff frappe, tu mets le ballon à l'intérieur, directement, tu donnes la passe, je t'amène là, tu mets un écran ici, s'il y a switch, tu attaques le panier, sinon là, et on commence à jouer. Et après, Esmani, Rafraf, les annonces se collent, Taoulou fait les attaques, mettez les écrans pour le match il n'y a pas de switch, il ne switch pas. Tant qu'il ne switch pas, mettez les écrans. Tant qu'il ne switch pas, mettez les écrans, mettez des bons écrans.
Boy, just heard some words with inside the bench of Tunisia. Of course, fans, if you are watching this game live on FIBA's international YouTube platform, again, welcome everybody, but let us know where in the world are you watching this game, and which team do you think will win? Will it be Tunisia or will it be Rwanda? Just so Idris Touma come out to the lineup there. There is #2, Adem Rafrafri, because one of the rising stars of this tournament. Well, a lot is going to run through him today, and no doubt he's going to be on the defensive game plan for Rwanda, that's for sure. Well, it's all going to be about tempo for Rwanda. It's going to be in the likes. You can see Isamedine Bibabi jumping this one against Rwanda's Joshua Muhira. Well, it's going to be Tunisia with the first play of the game, because they know they've got to get off to a very good start as they try to break down the half-court defense. Now Monziza nails the first mid-range and gives the first 2 points to Rwanda. Defensive duties fully in the hands of Kazaneza here up against Rafrafri. Trying to limit every possession he has, trying to make him give up the ball. Tunisia go for a high ball screen. A lot of room here for Tunisia. They'll go for an early three. That one's up, and it's buried away. Beautifully tucked away by Idris Toumi. Very good shot selection just coming off the back of a very high screen now. Rwanda. Looks like Toumi's going to chase it. Tunisia can't convert this into transition points. Rafrafri goes in, little floater. And that one finds its way at the bottom of the net. Good transition. A great job converting that turnover quickly into a fast break bucket. Kayira now looking for options. Heavily defended by Toumi. You just see Rwanda having to deal with the Tunisian defense. Hands in the passing lanes, making everything very difficult. But Rwanda will retain this. Nabonziza, the man who got the first 2 points, now gets us inbound. Well, here what? Has to find a handoff. Time is winding down the shot clock. Tunisia now come up with a steal. Nub is in transition. A lot of contact goes in. And Tunisia fighting for the offensive rebounds. And now Rwanda get caught in the jump ball. And that should go to, yeah, it's going to go to Tunisia because Rwanda did win the opening tip. We can already see Tunisia just playing with a very physical sense of purpose at the moment. Rafrafri has time and space. Defense goes under the screen. That's not going to count. Rebound collected by Kayira. That's an open look from three. Left uncontested, wide open. Almost got it. Unable to put the rebound back in. Play they definitely want the ball in the hands of Adem Rafrafri. He'll get another high screen. Goes to his right. It's good spacing on defense now for Rwanda, but they step off Rafrafri and he makes the defense pay. And that's the last play you want to give any sort of a look from the three-point line. Extending Tunisia's lead. Rwanda will go for the second three-point attempt. That's way too short. Now, that came off of Tunisia, so that's going to go back to Rwanda. Well, so far, very good start for his players. Still very early. A lot of basketball to play here in this game. We're live in the Côte d'Ivoire. Seconds dwindling down again for Rwanda. Having to face something. There's a pump fake. Got to go for another three. Just unable to build any good looks from the perimeter at the moment. Tunisia's defense remaining principled. Rafrafri just dealing with the pressure. Kazaneza just trying to put him under sorts of discomfort, trying to make him give up the ball. Toumi in the corner. They've hit 2 threes already. Now make it 3 three-pointers. Well, Tunisia coming out like a house on fire at the moment here in Côte d'Ivoire. 8-point lead. Well, one of those three-point attempts indeed actually was a two-pointer. So they currently have 2 3-point field goals, Tunisia. That's the right idea, but Rafrafri comes up with the interception. Now Tunisia want to run. Crash defense by Rwanda. That's much better, preventing the fast break points. But Rafrafri now again will look for his magic. Little penetration. Try to go for the dump down. Well, they end up turning this one over. Good defense. Rwanda's got to find some inspiration here in their offense. Some consistency. But again, we're under 10 on the shot clock. Rwanda, they've got to build something. This is a good penetration. Deals with the contact, but just unable to finish. So Rafrafri wants to run. Finds up, goes in, gets rejected. Well, that's one way to protect the paint. No easy buckets inside the key for Tunisia. Shots now for Rwanda. Kazaneza. Gotta find ways to get into the paint. Make Tunisia's defense collapse. This is better. Nice kick out. We have to shoot that one. Gets it off in time. There's going to be a foul on the ground. This is going to be against Tunisia's Adem Refractory. So Rwanda will get this back. Well, it looks like a timeout is going to be called. I think Rwanda is going to try to draw something up when they get this back on the baseline. We're live here in the Côte d'Ivoire. Fans, if you're watching live on FIBA's international YouTube platform, hit that like button, subscribe to FIBA on YouTube, and let us know which team you're supporting. Are you supporting Rwanda or are you supporting Tunisia? We'll be back in just under 40 seconds.
So fight over, okay? Nimba zanye n'umuntu uri gukora screen. Buga, screen right, screen left. Tumenye icyo gukora. Noneho ujumping ahangaha. Dushobora kumugumisha hano tukayisenga, sibyo? Ikindi kintu, nimba tugeze hano bikanga. Alvin, bikweze ita. Pass cyo gushuta. Ushusi ya mbere ya kabiri barakureka. Uraza gufenta. Baba simu, sawa?
Yo, you guys go 110% on defense.
Defense. Nimba switching hard. Okay?
Go hard on defense, relax on offense. Let's go. Energy on 3, 1, 2, 3, energy!
Well, as we come out of the timeout, I don't think Rwanda do get it back. So I think the foul was actually called against Rwanda. And in that timeout, I think you heard, patient on offense, go hard on defense. Well, we'll see how that applies now. Still an 8-point lead currently here to Tunisia. Both teams still winless in this Group C of the FIBA AfroBasket. Another three for Tunisia, that's not going to count. And what Rwanda want is to play in the open floor. That's where they've got the advantage against Tunisia. Halfway played here in the first quarter. Mahira had a look from the perimeter, but now gives us one up. Time again, nearly winding down here for Rwanda. 5 seconds. That's much better. That is what Rwanda needs. They got to crash the boards because it's one area Tunisia is going to struggle to defend him. So 2 free throws coming up here for Rwanda. .444 remain here in the first quarter. Just see David Casaneza having some words with his coach. The free throw, no good. Currently, Mugisha Calvin at the free throw line here for Rwanda. Failing to convert both there at the time. Tunisia with a chance to try to extend their lead even further. Nice dish off in the paint, goes in, no foul. Oh, the foul has been given. So that's going to be Yusuf Khalil going to the free throw line, I believe. Definitely tell that he is going to be a tough inside presence here for Tunisia. I mean, look at this Tunisian team. They do have the personnel to be very competitive in this AfroBasket, but Yusuf Khalil currently playing for Étoile Sportive L'Etoile in Tunisia, standing at 210 centimeters. He's only been averaging 3.5 points per game so far in the first 2 games against both Cameroon and Senegal, but extends Tunisia's lead to double digits. 4 3-point attempt for Rwanda. Oh, I think Tunisia happen to leave them wide open at the moments. So it's going to be Rwanda's 3rd team foul. This one's called against David Casaneza. So 4:12 left. Rwanda will only have 1 foul to give. Change coming in for Rwanda. So Hugo Victor Bonziza, the man who scored the first 2 points, back into the lineup for Rwanda. Refractory dealing with the pressure. Tunisia. So far controlling the tempo of this game. There's the back screen. Nice little dish off. Good rejection. Well, good defense by Mugisha Calvin. Calvin looked for an ISO. There's a kick out in the corner. They'll go for a fifth three-point attempt and finally get one. Well, can that inspire some form of surge in Rwanda's offense as they cut it down to 7? And they needed that one. They needed to find some way to stay in this game. Now, that's going to be a moving screen. So Tunisia getting called for the moving pick. Nyamanziza, the man who led the scoring earlier. Now actually second lead scorer here for Rwanda. It's a nice little ball screen scenario. And another foul committed. That foul is going to be against Yusuf Khalil. So 2 more free throws coming up here for Rwanda. And will be Joshua Muhira at the free throw line. It's good for Rwanda trying to get the big fella involved now. Because he's played almost 6 minutes and 37 seconds so far here for Rwanda. But he's almost averaging 10 rebounds per game. Now, he was scoreless against Cameroon. He was 0 for 5 from the field. He's made all his free throws. He's only taken 2 so far, and that was against Senegal. Second one just bounces in. Cutting it down to a 6-point deficit. He's now with just over 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Timmy fakes a handoff. That's going to remain Tunisia ball on the sideline. 3:01 left. A bit of confidence has been inspired so far here in Rwanda's defense. Refractory coming off the screen. There's a kick out. They'll go for another 3. That one's way off the mark. Rwanda can get players ahead here. This is what they want in the open floor. And in the end, they turn it over. Just need a little bit of cool, calm, composed attacking the transition. I mean, that's what they want. They want to get into that scenario where they feel they'll have an advantage against Tunisia. Tunisia now look to break this down. Bobby has to give this one up. Toomey now goes to his left. They're going to have to probably take this one. Deep one from Bobby. Again, just way off the mark. That's good defense from Rwanda. They made 1 3 and nearly getting another one, but it rolls in and out. Good hands on defense. Tunisia keep it alive. Failing to capitalize. As now we almost reached the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. Live here in the beautiful capital city of Abidjan, the home of this magnificent country of Cote d'Ivoire. Little ISO mode coming, and that's just way too short by Rwanda. Nobody really crashing for an offensive rebound. And I would imagine that's something the coaching staff is going to address these players. Heading into the second quarter, so Refractory misses. Tunisia coming up with the offensive board. Well, that's good hustle by Joshua Muhira, but some more changes coming as Keita will come into the lineup here. Mohamed Keita, number 1 for Rwanda. Penetration down the middle, no help side defense, and greets himself to a layup. Mahmoud Kouki. Putting Tunisia back up by 8 points. 1:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Just out of control, nowhere to go. And no blue jerseys getting the ball ahead, but that's going to be a turnover. That's the right idea, but just a little too much on the pass. Given the time left, 1:04 here in the first quarter. For Rwanda to play patiently, they could indeed go for a 2-for-1. See what Rwanda can build from this offense. Nziza, the man who scored the first bucket of the game for Rwanda. Only get a contested look from the three-point line. Not a bad look, but again, nobody crashing for an offensive rebound. Now it's Tunisia who could go 2-for-1. But they'll have to go quickly. There's the pump fake. There's a three. Not going to get it. 15 seconds difference between game and shot clock here for Rwanda. Sampege. This is much better because now it will be Mohamed Keita going to the free throw line. 21.4. Can try to cut it down to a 6-point deficit, but either way, Tunisia can be looking at the final shot here in the first quarter. Well, Mohamed Keita, the man at the free throw line, currently with the Intare Basketball Club of Rwanda. The free throw shooting has been a sign of concern so far here for Rwanda. 1 out of 5 from the free throw line so far here in the first quarter. Second one also no good. Rebound picked up by Mahmoud Kuki. Oh, it's a Demra Frafritat. No shot clock left remaining here for Tunisia. Can they go into the second quarter with a double-digit lead? Well, again, beautifully finished in the end by Fedi Eller. And that will do it. Tunisia heading into the second quarter with a 10-point lead. Well, fans, we're going to show you some key stats from the first quarter. We'll also just rewind and go back to the best highlights. We're live here in Abidjan of the beautiful country of Côte d'Ivoire for the FIBA U18 Men's AfroBasket. It's Tunisia leading by 10 against Rwanda. We'll be back for the second quarter in under 2 minutes.
If we switch out, no middle penetration every time. Okay, talk, communicate on defense. All right? Hey, don't worry about the 10 points. We have to come back. So if we're playing one, Calvin, that would be a middle big ball. So if we're playing one, you screen. If Calvin is here and bang, go set a screen. Car, okay? Be patient with the ball. So car, if bang is here, get opportunity to go, pass to him, then Calvin, come to the ball. Okay? Guys, we're right there. Just focus, dig deep, one possession at a time. Make a stop, then we come here on this stand. We need to score, okay? But be patient. Alright? We have 30 minutes to play. So we have to stick together. Be patient, play smart. Hey, I like the job Peggy is doing. But if he beats you, run, be in front of it. The other guys, just stand. You can't allow him to penetrate all the time, okay? Alright, guys? Focus. Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Welcome back, everybody. Live here in the beautiful capital city of Abidjan in Côte d'Ivoire for the FIBA U18 Men's AfroBasket. It's currently Tunisia who lead by 10 points against Rwanda. Group C fixture. Both teams looking for their first win. Rwanda with 0 points in the paint. Tunisia with 6. I think it's been the turnovers that have been a sign of concern. Only 4 so far for Rwanda. But Tunisia currently 2 out of 7 from the three-point line. Rwanda getting the first possession. Oh, nice ISO. Too big, too strong. It's simply Mohamed Keita. Just too dominant. Well, they needed that one player, that one go-to option. But Rwanda, it's been quite a tough day from the free throw line for them so far. They only made one free throw in that first quarter. Currently 1 out of 6 from the free throw line. Well, the free throw struggles still continue. Still an 8-point lead to Tunisia. Adem Rafafi wants this one back on a handoff. Now goes to his right. Nice little step to a little pump fake. Tunisia, because they don't want to come out in the second quarter overly confident after the great start. They have only made 2 3-pointers out of 8 attempts. Because Rwanda, in this time, they've had plenty of chances to try and build that rhythm in their offense. Nabonziza goes to his right. This is a good penetration. Goes to the concept, but right there, nobody going in for an offensive rebound. I think that's something. Because something, I think if, Rwanda is able to change in this game, they would find themselves actually back in this. The amount of second chance points they could have. Well, it's a trip to the free throw line here for Tunisia. Fedi Allaire, the man who had the final 2 points of the first quarter. Chance to extend this to a 10-point Tunisian lead. Well, Tunisia haven't taken nearly as many free throws as Rwanda in this game. Fedi Allaire, number 12, currently plays for Basketball Club of Mahdia in Tunisia. Because he's pretty much an enforcer, only averaging 3 points in those first 2 games, but has been averaging just under 8 rebounds per game. Tunisia feel like with players like that, definitely they can give themselves a chance of controlling the tempo inside the paint tonight against Rwanda. Again, fans, we do welcome everybody watching live here on FIBA's official YouTube platform in Abidjan. Nice little play down the side. Well, that is David Kazaneza. All of a sudden, just a 6-point ball game. There's the penetration, avoids the block, and that time finding the bottom of the net. And a tough finish in the end by Amir Ben Jabala. But again, love the transition, end-to-end basketball. As this time, Bizimana Kayida. And this is the tempo you want to see at a FIBA U18 AfroBasket. Gotta love the hustle now from both Tunisia and Rwanda. Rwanda showing a bit of life in their offense and defense at the moment. Rwanda could cut it down to a 2-possession ball game. Maybe a 1 possession if they go for a 3-pointer. There it is, 3. Boom! From downtown. And all of a sudden, it's only a 3-point lead. Well, did Hiko bank? I don't think so. I don't think it matters, as Hugo Victor Ngabonziza knocks down the three. Well, a timeout's called by Tunisia. We will be back in just under 1 minute. If you're watching this game live on FIBA's YouTube platform, let us know your name, where you're watching this game in the world, and which team is winning. Will it be Tunisia or will it be Rwanda?
كالعادة خلي الكارت انت خارج يمين ياخذ وتستنى في السنتر من بعد ديريكتومون سكات يا بتيجي 5 يطلع تمشي انت ومرابط تعدها تومي سور دو زيكرون ستاجر سكرين اتون كو مرابط يسوا au milieu à la défense défense oui
Well, that 10-point lead has evaporated. Of course, Tunisia just too confident in their offense. Idris Toumi, haven't seen quite enough from him at the moment. But credit to Rwanda, collectively finding a way in this one together. Still trailing by 3. It's going to be an interception. Here we go. Throws it down with 2 hands. And it's all Rwanda at the moment. A casual play, and I would say Tunisia need to try and keep the ball in the hands of either this man, Emir Ben Jabala, or Demra Fafri. Now they're nearly going to turn it over again. Traveling violation. Well, I think Assam Penge just needs to calm down here because he swiped the ball out of the hands of Jabala. But now it is indeed Rwanda who can take the lead. Sub coming in, Mugisha Calvin back into the lineup here for Rwanda. Tunisia's got to remain principled. Just display that discipline. Another 3 here for Rwanda. It's a little too short. That's not going to count. So Fafri just trying to split the defense. That's a kick out. Nice little penetration in the paint. It's just not going to go at the moment. Is everybody for Rwanda now working together to prevent those offensive boards for Tunisia? They'll go for another one. You feel like Rwanda may be settling for too many threes at the moment. Or Fafri. Another kick out. Toumi will go for 3. They're getting good looks, both teams. Rwanda in the open floor. They had a 2-on-1, but a foul is going to be called. And that's to be called on Ahmed Yassine Mugabe. So Tunisia's only led once tonight. That was the opening 2 points that we saw knocked down in the very first play of the game by Hugo Victor Ngabonziza. As now it's Joshua Muhira, the man who can't give them the lead, but he's got to make the free throws. First one good. Well, that's only the second made free throw tonight for Rwanda. They're 2 out of 8. Can he give them the lead? 1-point lead to Rwanda. Well, shout out to Gate Ryan Nick watching this game live on FIBA's official YouTube platform. Let's go Rwanda, he says. Let us know which team you're supporting, where you're watching, as Rwanda taking care of the rebounds. Any bucket now will give them the biggest lead of the game. Ngabonziza want to patiently get this into a half-court set. Fakes the handoff, dumps down the paint, goes in. That's good defense. Rebound picked up by Bibabi. Now Rafrafi has an option, goes in, and gets rejected. Big time block. Second one of the game for Rwanda. Rwanda had numbers. Nearly turning it over, but they keep this one alive. Well, they get a wide open look in the corner, another three. And Tunisia prevent any offensive rebounding, but they turn it over. So possession does go back to Rwanda. Well, welcome to Aziz, watching from Toronto. Uganda will win the match, but the champion's gonna be Mali. Aziz Cisse, one part of Toronto. Another three here for Rwanda. It's been a plethora of three-point attempts from both teams. Consistency not quite there here in the first half, but that could change in the second half. Ravafi goes in, cool, calm, and collected, and regains the lead for Tunisia. Well, Fafri trying to defend Kazanez, but that's an unforced turnover. Mugisha Calvin flash on the baseline, but the pass is not quite there. Over 4 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Tunisia have led by as many as 10. Adem Rafrafi pulls up from 15. Oh, defense keeps going under the screen. That's the last play you want to leave wide open. Well, they'll go for another three. And that goes over the backboard, and that will be an out-of-bounds violation. Well, Rwanda have indeed attempted 14 three-pointers so far here in this first half. They're only 2 out of 14. Trying to take the charge, but the smooth finish inside the paint by Isamadine Bibabi. Nine seconds remain here on the shot clock now for Rwanda. 5-point lead currently. Order has been restored by Tunisia. But can they go just a little bit further? They'll go for their 15 three-point attempts. I mean, right there was confusion on the rebound. That's where Tunisia's got to crash the boards. Well, excuse me, Rwanda's got to go for an offensive rebound. Well, they'll have another three-point attempt. They'll go for another one. Not going to go. Calvin Mugisha came up with a rebound. Good save by Nziza. Good defense. Oh, no, a foul's going to be called. Now Nziza will go to the free throw line here for Rwanda. Three out of 9 collectively from the free throw line this evening for Rwanda. Hugo Victor Ngabonziza, 5 points. He's 2 out of 6 from the field. But this will be his first trip to the charity stripe. Just got to think about it. You make all those missed 7 free throws. You lead this one by 2. The next gen of hoops. These young future players of both Rwanda and Tunisia. Well, 2 missed free throws. Something this team's got to try to improve in the second half is from the charity stripe. Final seconds remain now for Tunisia. Another three-point attempt, wide open. Rebound collected. That time by Mugisha Calvin. That's a good penetration. Goes in, finishes, and a second and one for Rwanda. What a take by Bizimana Kayida. as he can cut it down to a 2-point deficit, but they've missed 8 free throws collectively tonight, Rwanda. Got to make this count, and he does just that. The fourth free throw, excuse me, tonight for Rwanda. Much, much better play. Well, Tunisia get it inside the paint. And that time learning their lessons from the blocks. As Issa Medimba Babi goes for a simple pump fake. Rwanda. Can they level things up going into the halftime? We're under 2 minutes. Nice backdoor play, Calvin Mugisha. Well, that's another turnover. Good defense from Tunisia. And now here come the Tunisians. And a foul is going to be called. Not a bad foul to give away, though. That's a smart foul because that's only Rwanda's 3rd team foul. So it won't be sending Tunisia to the free throw line. Rwanda still have one more foul to give. Well, a timeout is going to be called. 1:43 left. We'll be back in just over 30 seconds.
Hey, guys. After this, it's our possession. If we score or miss, we go 1-2-2. Calvin, you go 1. Peng, we go. Obama, guys, tulipigwa utishimu. Here is a Calvin, tujenge. Tutadukora, turiva. Even if we are here, we put pressure on the ball.
It doesn't matter who got number 2.
It doesn't matter.
Well, 1:43 remain here in the second quarter. Baseline possession coming up to Tunisia. Simply getting it in bounds inside the paint. Tunisia's got to find ways to score here. Leading by 4. Tough fadeaway. Toomey goes to work. And that was a lot harder than it looked, but he did fantastically to get the mid-range off. Now Tunisia going into a 2-3 zone defense. And they make Rwanda turn it over. That case, Rwanda, it's the old saying of being a little bit too married to the three-point line. Got to get some spacing to attack the 2-3 zone. Well, Tunisia, can they extend the lead even further? Could actually go back into the halftime break with a 10-point lead. Plenty of time here. Rafafri kicks out. That's a good penetration. That's good post-interior defense by Muhira. Likewise, Rwanda could level things up going into the halftime break. Still trailing by 6. Better spacing against his 2-3 zone defense. There's a kick out. Time is now dwindling. Has to go for a tough contested fadeaway. Well, the follow-up was this. Is better from Rwanda. That's what they need. Offensive rebounding. And that's what they've missed all game. Well, they just need somebody to go in for second chance opportunity points. And in this case, which they don't get them, they'll still go to the free throw line. But they've got to make the free throws. Josh Imuhira at the free throw line here for Rwanda. Gets the first one to count. Anytime you can get these second chance points, I mean, they're golden when they go down the long stretch of a game. Well, fans watching live, we do apologize for the glitches that you're seeing in this live stream. So again, we do apologize for that, but we are trying to get that fixed for the second half. But we do thank you for joining us. A timeout is going to be called by Tunisia. And if you're watching this game, we'd love to know where in the world do you watch this game. We have Aziz Cisse watching from Toronto. He's made a very bold comment, of course, which, you know, fair play to him. Says Mali are going to be champions at this U18 AfroBasket. But let us know for this game, who's winning? Will it be Tunisia or will it be Rwanda?
Lui, il va passer Mrab et toi de ce côté, tu fais semblant et tu sors sur l'élévateur. S'il n'y a rien, فأنت خليك من هون et directement tu mets un PX.
Well, 30.9, 6.9 seconds difference between game and shot clock. As soon as you have the lead now, Rwanda putting on a bit of full court defense. Pressure relievers to the middle. Good by Bababi. Bababi goes in and another rejection and pins him off the backboard. Mohamed Cates has said, not in my house. Still Tunisia get it back. Well, they come up with a steal. Tunisia now come up with possession. They want one final play. Oh, blocking the free throw, and that is the end of the first half. Fans, we will return for the second half in under 15 minutes. Live here in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire for the FIBA U18 Men's AfroBasket. Welcome back, everybody, live here in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire for the FIBA U18 men's AfroBasket, where currently it is Tunisia against Rwanda. Well, Tunisia have led by as many as 10 points in this game, but Rwanda collectively finding their way back in this one, down by 4. Rwanda currently being led by Izimana Kair, does have 8 points. Tunisia also Idris Tulu with 8 points. Nobody with double figures at the moment in this game. But Tunisia will get the first play. They'll go for a 3 in the corner. May have taken deflection. Kaplan coming up with a rebound. Can Tunisia cut it down to, or excuse me, Rwanda cut it down to 1 point. There's a 3. That's only the third 3. Well, Rwanda taking a plethora of 3-point attempts tonight. Just making a 1-point deficit. Idris Toumi has to give this one up. Let's say that Tunisia, after building an early 10-point advantage, may have just got a little too comfortable. That's going to be a traveling violation, I think. Yeah, turnover. That's good post defense by David Kazaneza. So can Rwanda, for the third time today, take the lead against Tunisia? I just felt that when Tunisia went to a 2-3 zone, it slowed Rwanda's offense down in the second quarter. And now it's a man-to-man defense, forcing a turnover. Toumi goes all the way. Unable to get the and one, but he'll go to the free throw line. Well, I think that's the disappointing part there for Rwanda, because if they turn it over, they've got to make every effort to get back on defense. Toumi misses the first free throw. Still the leading scorer for Tunisia. His first free throw attempt tonight. He's 3 out of 5 from the field. He's knocked down 2 3-pointers. He makes the second one. Rwanda can level things up. That's consecutive turnovers. Well, they make up for a good defense in the end by Mugisha Calvin. And Rwanda. The 3 would give them the lead. That's just way off the mark. I think he probably should have gone for the first attempt in transition. I think the extra dribble, excuse me, well, really making up for it, Asim Penge, but going back to that 3-point attempt, I think the extra dribble just enabled the defense time to recover and close that one out. Fafry kicks out to Toumi. That means he's made 2 threes already. Well, how much of a basket interference that was. Or goaltending. I wonder if it hit the rim before he attempted to touch it. Doesn't seem to be any protests from the Tunisian players. Still a 2-point lead to Tunisia. Rwanda can either level things up, maybe take the lead with a three-pointer. They avoid a third consecutive turnover. The time is coming down here for Rwanda. This would give them the lead. Three's is way off the mark. Bizimana Kaira, the leading scorer this evening for Rwanda. I think he's just getting a polite reminder from the referee not to go down too easily. Came a little too late, but can Tunisia take advantage? And the tip-in is good, and that's been a huge difference in this game. Issa Mehdi Bavabi. This is good for Rwanda, but just out of control. That's going to be another turnover. Bizimana Kaira had the opening. Now, he felt he got fouled there, but it's probably a case there for it. But unfortunately, the ball did take the last touch off of him. Now Hugo Victor Nabonziza subbing back into the lineup here for Rwanda. Adam Rafafi. This has had quite a stable game so far, but he's their leading player. There's another foul on the ground. Well, the first free throw made. Tunisia now looking to extend their lead even further. Led by as many as 10 points in that first half. Both free throws knocked down. Tunisia quite reluctant to put on any form of a full court press. But they lead by 6. It's a man-to-man matchup full court. Nabonziza just trying to deal with the pressure. Spacing their offense in the moments. They'll get another look from three. They've made one, now make another one here in the second half. 5th 3 of the night for Rwanda. And they're still in there. Game is not over by any means. Well, they're going to force a turnover. Well, here we go. Here we go. Throws it down. And that's a 5-0 run for Rwanda as Mugisha converting it into a transition dunk. And there's that trap again. All of a sudden, Rwanda's play inspired by their defense. Rafafri kicks out. There's a pump fake. Keeps in one hand, no foul called. This time it is, but it's what you've got to credit Tunisia with. They have done a great job of going after those offensive rebounds. Tunisia, a total of 31 boards so far this evening. 8 of them have been offensive, and that's much better than Rwanda. 23 rebounds, only 6 have been offensive. Because if you really break the stats down in this game, second chance points, Tunisia's only had 4, but Rwanda's only had 2. The key difference has been the points in the paint, 18-12 in favor of Tunisia. Violation, I believe so. Rwanda will get it back. 6:28 to go here in the third quarter. Well, here we go. They turn it over. Look out below. Yalla Tunisia. Shukran with a transition dunk. Beautifully tucked away by Fedi Eller. So now it's Tunisia applying the turnover conversion into transition buckets. Still 3-point lead. Baseline possession here to Rwanda. Nice little backdoor play, get in the screen. He'll finish under pressure. That was a big moment here in the third quarter. 1-point ball game. Rafrafi pulls up 15 feet and buries this one. Cooking. He's been their #1 player. 6 points so far this evening, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for Adem Rafrafi. Oh, what a big time block. And now here we go. And my goodness gracious. Both ends of the floor. The block, the dime, the dunk. The finish by Idris Toumi. Little mid-range pull-up. That's a good look, but unable to finish. Rafrafi comes up with it. 5-point lead to Tunisia. Rafrafi spins. Tunisia tip it right to, Rwanda tip it right to Tunisia. Fedi now goes in. Bumps. Now that's going to be a passing foul. So 4th team foul against Rwanda. It's not going to be free throws coming up. Well, Tunisia get it inbound. Over 5 minutes left. Still time here on the shot clock now. They're leaving wide open. Gets in the lane. Oh, I missed it. Another offensive board. And that's the difference between these two teams. Tunisia just going mercilessly after those offensive rebounds. Back to a 7-point lead. They've made 2 threes here in the third. They're not going to get a third one. Adem Rafrafi. Organize this half-court set offense to Tunisia. Well, that's going to be a traveling violation. Yep, another turnover here for Tunisia. What's the right idea? Just didn't get his feet set. Just quite in time. That's only, I'd say only, Tunisia 14 turnovers too many. Timeout's going to be called. 4:34 left. We'll be back in just under 1 minute.
Guys, 3-2. So if you're on the ball, pressure. The rest, we're on the top of the key. Aliko, no middle drive. No middle drive. So if we come this side, attach, we here. So we protect the paint. Okay? Hey, if we get the ball, guys, let's go down. Okay? Go opposite side with Calvin. So we want Calvin to come this side. Try to play. If it's not there, we set a screen, ball, then we keep playing. Okay? Hey guys, in there.
Like when you're getting beat, sprint.
4:34 to go here in the third quarter. Rwanda's got to find ways to put points back on the board. back to as many as one here in the third. They have made 2 3-pointers in this third quarter. And Tunisia go back into a 2-3 zone defense. Another 3-point attempt. It's a good look for them. It's wide open, but it just won't go. Unfortunately, we're taking the last deflection off of number 15, Hugo Victor Ngabonziza. Still 4 minutes remaining. Toomey. Refractory. With this pressure, has to kick this one out. Toomey's made 2 threes, and he'll make a third one. Lights out from the perimeter. 3 3-pointers for Idris Toomey. For the second time this evening, Tunisia have a 10-point lead. They'll stay in this 2-3 zone matchup. She keeps alive, goes in, and finishes inside the paint. Tough play by Joshua Muhira. Just Toomey, another look from the 3-point line. It looks like a foul is going to be called, so... Oh, no, it's offensive foul, moving screen. So Tunisia get it back, I think, or Rwanda get it back. I think Tunisia felt they were going to the free throw line, given that Rwanda have put them into the penalty. Another turnover committed. That should be an opportunity for Rwanda to try to build on the last bucket. Now it's a chance of Tunisia to further extend their lead. High-low action on the zone defense. Toomey's made 3 threes. Unable to get a 4th one. Rebound picked up by Mugisha Calvin. Rwanda. That's a little pump fake. Ngabonziza. See if Tunisia right now is content to have Rwanda take those 3-pointers. Calvin will try 3. It's on target, unable to connect, but the rebound collected by Gababi. Good tempo here from Tunisia. Rwanda don't have any fouls to give. They don't want to send Tunisia to the free throw line. To imagine that matchup defense. Toomey pulls up from 15. Sweet like string music. Well, he's having a game of games. Idris Toomey, 14 points for him tonight. Back to a 10-point lead here for Tunisia. Ngabonziza, nowhere to go here offensively. Nice spin by Mugisha Calvin, but he turns it over. Tunisia get the length of the floor counted, and indeed, Adem Rafrafi will go to the free throw line. Well, he bumped and became the second player for Tunisia to get into double figures. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Could it be potential triple-double numbers tonight for that man, Adem Rafrafi? So now he looks to make it a 13-point lead if he converts this 3-point play. Three-point play converted. 11 points for Ben Rafrafi. Adem Rafrafi, my apologies. Whenever Tunisia goes to this 2-3 zone defense, they won't have trouble breaking it down. Trying to get some spacing in the paint. And that's going to be a trap or a double dribble. So another costly turnover. Tunisia with their biggest lead of the game. Can they extend this further in this final 138? What's interesting, both countries at the men's level met in the first round of the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. Oh, time to get some rest. And why not? Issa Madiba Babi's been working hard tonight. Oh, gotta play now, young man. Rafrafi. Triple-double not out of the question tonight. He's got to get 5 more assists, 5 more rebounds if he wants that to happen. Oh, he turned it over. Good hands. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. And he took a body with it. Mohamed Keita just decided to put Issa Madiba Babi on a poster. And they've got away with an illegal screen. Still an 11-point lead currently to Tunisia. So penetration. Turnaround fadeaway. That's tough. Oh, he took that one like a pro. Fedi El, the Fresh Prince of LA. The Fresh Tunisian Prince of LA. That may have taken a deflection. That goes out of bounds. Rwanda get it back. They took a body with him last time, and now he'll go to the free throw line. Mohamed Keita has got to play with that swag, that aggressiveness. Anytime he gets a look at taking it to the rim. Much needed 2 free throws coming up here for Rwanda. Given they are trailing by 12 points, you got to ask the question. These young players, they have to realize Rwanda, 6 out of 14 from the free throw line tonight. That could be a potential 2 for 1 if Rwanda can't get a steal or a stop to get the final shot here in the third quarter. LF. So there you have it. There's a turnover. Rwanda with numbers. Here it goes in. He's fouled by Denver Rafrafi. So 2 free throws coming up for Rwanda. And it will be Mugisha Calvin at the free throw line. Mugisha Calvin, 4 points this evening with 5 rebounds, but he is 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. He's been one of their leading players. Had 9 points against Senegal, 7 against Cameroon. He's been averaging 8.5 rebounds per game. Can he cut it down to a 10-point deficit? Second free throw also no good. Offensive rebound, but a big-time block by Bibabi. Bibabi said, "Pas chez moi, monsieur." Not in my house. Now I turn it over. Here we go again. There's the bump, and there's the finish. And a 2 for 1 in favor of Rwanda. As Mohamed Keita said, "Merci beaucoup." While we head into final 10 minutes. Mugisha Calvin just needs to go to the bench. Well, we'll be back for this 4th and final quarter in just under 2 minutes. Live here in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire for the FIBA U18 Men's AfroBasket.
Right? Hey guys, we are almost there. So stay with me. Hey guys, hustle. I need people from the bench bring the energy. So guys, if we score 1, 2, 2, okay, we end up in men. So I don't want people to back up. We submit Yuma. When it comes to Sanganga, we should have pressure to get us to hand. Abantu bari hano kuri line. We submit Yuma. Yindira. Muzana kujya gukora. Abantu one in the middle. No pass in the middle. Okay, guys, we hustle. Ntabwo dushobora kubivamo aka kanya. Sibyo dukine nabo kugeza dutsinze guys. Tugomba gutsinda ino game. So I need energy. I need focus for 10 minutes. Okay? Stay together, guys. Now time yo kurira ngo nibagusifiki oya. Kuba dutsinde pani oya. Zita tugenda. Dukine. Sibyo. Oh, kuba dutsinde ariko twa. So if we score 1, 2, 2, we end up with 9. Okay? Good. 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Right? Let's go. Finish that 3, 1, 2, 3.
Here we go, fans. Welcome to Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. Rwanda getting a three-point attempt. It's not going to go. 9-point lead to Tunisia. Group C fiction. Neither Rwanda or Tunisia have won so far here against either Senegal or Cameroon. Final 10 minutes. Denver Fafry. Waiso inside the lane. He's found. He'll go to the free throw line. The foul looks like it's going to be called against Mohamed Keita. Denver Fafry has 6 rebounds, 5 assists to go with his 11 points already this evening. Well, also Tunisia's number. Oh, that's going to be a foul against him. So Rwanda get it back. Tunisia still remain in that 2-3 zone. Toomey comes up with it. Toomey now. Trying to make a pass to Fafry, and it's an unforced turnover. And that should have been quick 2 points for Tunisia. Called this possession to Tunisia. There they have. Last touch came off of Rwanda. Fafry penetrates. Another pump fake. And simply and easily tucked away inside the key. Patient work at that time, finding the big fella inside the paint. Back to an 11-point lead to Tunisia. Chicago keeps it under control. Double team. Another foul committed, so another trip to the free throw line for Muhirwa. Muhirwa currently 7 points, 5 rebounds tonight. He's actually been the best player from the free throw line for Rwanda. He's 5 out of 6. Can he make 2 more to cut it back down to single digits? It's the second missed free throw tonight. Still can try to cut it down to a 10-point deficit. Second one good. 8 points tonight for Joshua Muhirwa. Tunisia just showing no composure at that point. They have the lead. What they don't want to do now is give any belief or any room for belief that Rwanda can try to get back in this. Because, as we've seen in this game, Rwanda's gone down by 10. They've cut it down to 1. This team very capable at any stage here in the fourth of going on a positive run. Key thing for Tunisia, anytime they break this 2-3 zone, Rwanda had troubles against it. It's a penetration to kick out. They'll try another 3. This one's up. Big challenge from behind. It goes out of bounds. It's going to remain Rwanda ball. Rwanda trying to find something here from the half-court set. Seconds remaining now here on the shot clock. It's a good, patient offense they find. That's a good offense. They get a good look. That's a 24-second violation. They got a few penetrations, a few kickouts. And a look for Mohamed Keita in the corner. Well, it was actually Mugisha Calvin who took the three-point attempt. But Keita trying to dunk at the end when the 24 seconds had winded down. 10-point lead. Could the Denver Fafry get 4 more rebounds, 5 more assists? That would have been 6 assists had that made by Toomey, but that's not going to go. Rwanda get it back. Nice little penetration, but Ken just unable to finish. Comes up with his own rebound. Tunisia and Rwanda fighting over it. That's going to be a team foul against Tunisia, I believe. So that will be a 3rd team foul. Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. to get it inbound. 10 here on the shot clock. That's a baseline penetration. It may have stepped out of bounds. That's an unforced turnover. Both teams have had their fair share of turnovers in this game. That's going to be Rwanda's 16th turnover tonight. Still less than Tunisia. Tunisia have 20 turnovers. Well, Rwanda have attempted 29 three-pointers, only converting 4 of them. While Tunisia, they've attempted 15. They've only converted 3. It's been the points in the paint that's been the damage, the difference. For Fafri. Now goes to his right. This little dish off here. LA goes in and finishes. I don't know if that's going to be an assist to Adem Fafri, but yeah, it is. Adem Fafri, 4 rebounds, 4 assists away from a triple-double. Wanted to go for another 3. Should be coming up with a rebound. Coming off that one screen. Goes in the lane. Unable to finish, but he'll go back to the free throw line. Oh, he's so fun to watch. The hesitation, division. Sometimes you feel he's just playing mind games with the defense. Trying to get them to decide whether he's going to pass or isolate himself. Well, it looks like a timeout is going to be called. 6:31. Both teams will talk it over, and we'll be back in just under 1 minute. Or no, maybe not. Maybe the timeout has been called. We'll keep you updated. Now, this might be an official's review hit. Something, maybe a slight issue with the clock. I'm not quite sure. We will try to keep you updated. But fans, again, if you're watching live on FIBA's international YouTube platform, please make sure you hit the like button on this live stream. Subscribe to FIBA on YouTube. And also, let us know your name, where you're watching this game in the world, and which team you're supporting. Are you supporting Rwanda, or are you supporting Tunisia? This is the FIBA U18 Men's AfroBasket. We're live in Abidjan of the beautiful Côte d'Ivoire. So it is an official's review here. We'll be back momentarily when the referees have a review of whatever they're looking at the moment. Not quite sure, but like I said, please, we thank you for your patience. We'll be back momentarily. So the review is on the foul. They're going to upgrade this to an unsportsmanlike foul, which means Adem Rafafri will go to the free throw line for 2 shots, and Tunisia will retain possession. 12-point lead currently here to Tunisia. And now a timeout is officially going to be called. 6:31 left here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back in under a minute. Well, during this timeout, we'd like to welcome all of our fans watching across the world. So Yazdin Humi, 9625, Tunisia for the win. The Kwang A, can Rwanda win? Shout out to Abuba Kadamani, 433. Kadamani, NBBF referee Nigeria, watching my colleague. Well, he's done a magnificent job, and a big shout out, actually, for that matter, to our 3 referees tonight. They've done an excellent job in this game. I realize we have some viewers from Turkey. So Emba Ye Chanye watching from Karşıyaka.
Good shots. Take good shots. Come on. If you take a shot, take it with the confidence. Okay?
Welcome to big-time FIBA basketball fan, BJ Rufino. BJ Rufino is the basketball consumption fan. He is watching hoops all over the globe. So welcome, BJ Rufino. So we just had a question, how many timeouts? So we just originally had the officials timeout to review the play, which now has been upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul. Now we're having an official timeout, as we just saw from Tunisia. So here are the 2 unsportsmanlike free throws, as it will be Adem Rafafri. He's only taken 1 free throw tonight. It's 5 out of 10 from the field. That's his first missed free throw. But also has 6 rebounds, 4 assists. So he's 4 rebounds, 4 assists away from a potential triple-double. Can he achieve that in this 6:31 left? Sideline possession coming up to Tunisia, 13-point lead. Remember, neither Tunisia nor Rwanda have won a game so far here in Group C. Both losing to both Cameroon and Senegal. Rafafri gives up to Bugweta. Time winding down. They got to shoot this. The leg goes in. Misses. Another offensive rebound. Pump fake. And the follow-up indeed. That's been a huge difference in this game. The second chance opportunity points. The offensive rebounding. Clearly going in favor of Tunisia. 15-point lead. The biggest lead of the game for Tunisia. Staying in this 2-3 zone. Rwanda's hit 4 threes. That's not going to count. Oh, they're going to give it to the Magic Man. The Tunisian Magic. Adem Rafafri. Sveti Aled also near a double-double tonight. He's 5 out of 8 from the field. Needs 1 more rebound. Wide open. 3. Unable to convert. Calvin just trying to find the playmaker here for Rwanda. They'll go for another one. That just cuts it back down to 12. This game far from over. The man who scored the first 2 points of the game, Hugo Victor Nabonziza. He has 8 points off that 3-pointer. Rwanda have 2 players in double figures. That's Mohamed Keita and Bizimana Kayira. But they're down 12. Halfway to go here in the 4th. Rafafri caught in a show on the defense. Another 3 goes flying. And that time Mugisha prevented the offensive rebound. Hope's still alive here for Rwanda, but they got to score. They've got to keep finding points. Calvin under pressure, unable to connect. Goes out of bounds, and Tunisia will get it back. Not impossible. A comeback is possible, but Issa Madine Bavabi, who is 4 out of 11 from the field tonight so far with 8 points. He's back in the lineup. penetration, a tough finish inside the paint. He's only just come off the bench. Now has double figures. They don't want to let him make another three. Made his last one. Patiently passing the ball around. That's a high post entry. His last one from that spot. Misha Calvin with the rebound. He'll try another three. That's a good look. Two good looks from the three-point line. And now here comes Tunisia. No foul given. Rwanda do have fouls to give, so they can't take a few gambles. That's the penetration. I think that's a traveling violation. I thought they were going to go for a 3-second violation. 3:40 left. Tunisia just want to hang on to this 14-point margin. As Gabriel Doba Wimba subbing into the game for the first time for Rwanda. That's going to be the final team foul for Tunisia to give away. So if you're Rwanda, you want to take advantage of this. Use that advantage, get to the free throw line. The only problem though for Rwanda is the free throw shooting hasn't been spectacular so far today. 9 out of 20 from the free throw line. Got to ask the question, you make 11 of those, all 11 of those missed free throws, it's a one possession ball game. Now we're under 3.5 left. There's a high post entry. Another three goes flying. And that one's good. Now it's an 11-point ball game. And think about it. You make all miss 11 free throws, it's a tie game. Rwanda's got to put on some full court pressure. They've got 3 fouls to give. LF baseline. Pump fakes. Goes in. Unable to finish. Rebound picked up by Bizimana Kayira. Now we're under 3 minutes. Three-pointer would make it an 8-point deficit. There's a pump fake, a little step through, and that's a 5-0 run. And it's a 9-point deficit with 2:44 left. And that's a big-time play by Manzi Enzo Kabenga. Timeout called by Tunisia. We'll be back from this timeout in under 1 minute. What do you think, fans who are watching live all over the world on FIBA's YouTube platform? Is a comeback on the cards for Rwanda, or can Tunisia hang on?
directement حط سفيرس جمله سفيرس ديريكتومون سفيرس مي ان بيك اهبط ايجنتي تعدى فادي خذها اذا كان سويتشاو في الاكران هذا اساي دافوار لو بالون دو سكور انتيريور
Now, if you're Rwanda, Tunisia aren't going to advance this ball. You put on full court pressure right now. You try to trap and make Tunisia turn it over. They have 3 fouls to give Rwanda with 2:44 left, down by 9. There's that pressure. Just a little too deep, though. Well, not deep enough, excuse me. Tunisia have no problems breaking it down. There's that gamble. Tunisia keep this one alive. The foul is going to be called in the end. Like I said, they still have 2 fouls to give. Well, they'll go for a 3. That's not going to go. Well, Tunisia fighting for every possession. Now, I don't know what's called here. It's a foul or no jump ball. Possession arrow goes in favor of Tunisia. There's a nice little take. Rafrafi unable to finish. Now Rwanda's got to keep scoring. 2 minutes remaining. Out of control goes in. Nobody followed up. And they had to score on that play. Just not going to cut it. I think an offensive foul is going to be called. So Tunisia should have just kept that one under control to take time off the clock. It's an offensive foul. It's a team control foul. So there shouldn't be a trip to the free throw line. It's going to be an inbound play here for Rwanda. As Issa Medine Bababi is going to check back into lineup for Boguera. Yisha Calvin inbounds. So that's a foul. That's a poor foul to give away. Because without taking any time off the clock, Rwanda can go to the free throw line. So it will be Hugo Victor Ngabonziza at the charity stripe here for Rwanda. But like I said, Rwanda's free throw shooting hasn't been great tonight. Ngabonziza, number 15, is 0 for 2. I believe this is in the... Now, I believe this might actually be upgraded because it's another missed free throw. It's a technical free throw because the foul was committed before it was inbounded. Could have cut it down to 8 points. Yisha Calvin will inbound it. Not a lot of time here for Rwanda. They've got to go quick. Ngabonziza denies a screen. Good penetration. Goes in. Finishes. Now it's a 7-point deficit with just over 100 seconds remaining. Tunisia just need to hang on. There's that pressure. Rwanda's got 2 fouls to give. Adem Rafrafi. Now we're at the 10. Think about shooting soon. And they turn it over. 79 seconds remaining. Down by 7. The Rwandan fans and the Cameroonian fans sitting together. Got to go quick. They could make it a 2-possession deficit with just over a minute left. Ngabonziza. Now goes baseline. Kicks out. They turn it over. Or has a foul been called? Because I think that should be Tunisia ball. Well, they've pulled a jump ball. And that's going to remain possession. Now you can see Adem Rafrafi to go for head coach's challenge. Yeah, he's going to go for it, and I think that's going to change very quickly. Well, it's going to be an official's review, not a head coach's challenge. So the players will go to the benches. When we come back from this, it will be very definitive. the correction has been made. Tunisia will get it back, rightfully so. 1 minute remaining. Right there, they just need to be a lot deeper on any form of a full court press. You want to make Tunisia turn it over. Now they've got it over the halfway line. Shave time off the clock. Toomey's made a few threes tonight. Not going to get this one. That goes out of bounds with a fresh 14 on the shot clock. Again, no need to waste anything. Just patiently take time off the clock. Rafafri gets that high screen. Oh, he almost turns it over. Gets this one back. There's a kick out. There's the three. That's a 24-second violation. Well, 29.4 remaining. A timeout is going to be called, and we'll be back to this timeout in under 1 minute. We're live here in Abidjan, in the beautiful country of Côte d'Ivoire, for the FIBA U18 men's AfroBasket.
Pass the ball. So, Enzo, you are here. Alvin, you in. Ramedi, you are here. Hugo. So, Enzo, you look for the screen. Hugo, genda hano. Enzo, zera hano. Look for the screen. Hugo. Na, niba dinayi. Utawataka hano. Ni nguvu kabisa. Sawa? Roger.
Let's go, guys. Don't do it.
Hey, continue.
Going to advance the ball, but not a lot of time here for Rwanda. They've literally got to get it inbounds, score quickly, and then they've got to defend. A lot of time to waste. It's a good penetration. Goes in, big time block, and that's going to remain possession to Rwanda. Huge block by Fedi Alel. Because he has a double-double tonight, Fedi Alel. 12 points, 10 rebounds. 2 assists, and that's also his first block of the game. Because 2 players with double-doubles. So Medine Bababi also has 15 rebounds with his 10 points. So this is still being led by Idris Toomey with 16. Nine seconds remain here on the shot clock. 24.2 in the game. Rwanda down by 7. They don't want to foul. They don't want to send Rwanda to the free throw line. Rwanda's got to go quick. 5 now on the shot clock. There's a quick 3-point attempt. Just not going to cut it. They get the ball back. Now Keita will try a 3. It goes out of bounds. 7.1 remaining. Leading by 7. Tunisia. Job might just be done. It may as well be, inevitably, their first win of the FIBA U18 AfroBasket. Inspiring play from Rwanda at times. Coming back twice after going down by double digits. Getting down to go for another 3. Goes over the backboard with 2.8 left. And it will go to Tunisia. Well, Yalla Tunisia. Yalla Tunisia indeed. Allez Tunisia, as they will pick up their first win. Well, there you have it. Tunisia 60, Rwanda 53. Group C, first victory for Tunisia. Rwanda, unfortunately, will remain winless. The game going on today to find out who will top the group between Cameroon and Senegal. But it's a big win nonetheless for the Tunisians, led by that man, Idriss Touma. Or Toumé, excuse me, my apologies. 16 points, 6 for 12 from the field, 3 out of 8 from the three-point line. Well, fans, we thank you for joining us here in Abidjan. We'll have more games soon. The FIBA U18 Men's AfroBasket. We'll see you soon for more games.